Welcome back to the Imperfect Mom, I think. It may or may not be recording. If this is your first time here, thank you for visiting. I hope that you've heard about it from a friend of mine. I hope that the cat doesn't come charging in here and knocking the gate over, but we'll see. That's all part of being an imperfect mom. That's alright. If he comes in, that's fine. Well, this is my second Imperfect Mom video log, and I have a lot that I learned from watching the first video log. A couple things. I need to smile more because this should be fun and not all serious. I'm giving you a lecture. No. The point in this is that it's fun, it's interesting. Hopefully you will feel better about the things you are doing at home. I'm not trying to teach you how to be a parent. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm telling you what I do. And maybe you'll agree, maybe you'll disagree, but it makes you feel better about being a parent. Okay, some of the things I learned is that 11 minutes is a really long time for a video blog, for someone you've never heard of before. So I think that I'll try to keep this one a little bit shorter. Please leave comments, then I know, okay, yes, shorter is better. 11 minutes is a lot when I'm not getting agreed for this. Or, no, we liked it a little bit longer, this feels kind of rushed. Let me know either way. I am looking for comments, both positive and negative. I'd much prefer the positive ones, but I'll take whatever I can get. I do enjoy hearing what you have to say. I appreciate for those of you who shared this with complete strangers who are not related to me and don't rely on me for allowance and things like that. Thank you. Thank you so much. For those of you who watch this and you're complete strangers, thank you. Thank you so much. It's kind of neat. I hope that it's helpful. I hope that it's funny. I hope it's amusing. I hope that my cat doesn't knock the tripod over now too. This could be really interesting. Remember Imperfect House? Also has to do with the Imperfect Mom. Oh, that also reminds me. One of my former students, who is a dad, saw the video and made a comment, and I told him we'd give him the secret handshake, the secret mom handshake. Not quite sure about that. But the point too is, if you're watching this and you're a dude, it's not just about being a mom, it's about being a parent. And I suppose the imperfect parent would be better, but I imagine I would stutter or spit if I had to say that all the time. And this is coming from me, and I'm a mom. And that's my frame of reference. But if you're a dad, especially if you're a single dad, a lot of this stuff applies to you too, because you have the brunt of the parenting responsibility. You'll notice I have makeup on today. Don't get used to that either. I'm going out with a husband tonight for a date night. And that is one of the things I'd like to talk about for today's segment. Parenting involves two people, which means you should share the work, just like you shared the making of the child in the first place. Now, if you are a single mom or a single dad, you have definitely had your extra share. So what I'm going to say to you next is doubly important for you. You need to make time for yourself as a person. Because if you feel like a martyr because all you do is run around, work like crazy, drive kids where they have to go, make dinner, clean up, do laundry, and all these other things, you will be really cranky. And yes, I enjoy going to my daughter's dance classes. I enjoy going to their competitions. I have a lot of friends who also are doing this. But I also get very cranky when it goes on for too long. You have to find, don't worry about that, you have to find time for yourself. One of the things I really enjoy doing is reading. So I make sure I have time. And every once in a while, I'll come home from work and be like, okay, mom needs 10 minutes to herself, or half an hour, or whatever it is I need. I go in my room like the kids. Please don't bother me unless you're bleeding, vomiting, or the house is on fire. And I take that time. Does it always work? No. Sometimes there's, fingers shoved under the door. Mom, or knock. Mom, I know you said you wanted 10 minutes to yourself, but I really need you to sign this permission slip. Or Mom, I know you said you wanted some time and to be left alone unless we're bleeding, but look, I have a little bit of blood here, and what are we having for dinner? Yeah. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You need time for yourself. The other thing that I'd like to talk about today is volunteering in the Imperfect Mom. Now, for those of you who spend lots of time on the PTO or PTA, whatever your town calls it, and you are in your child's classroom every week, and you are there and you are making teepees in the schoolyard and building things, I applaud you. I appreciate how much time and effort you devote to the school system. I work full-time. I cannot do that. I'm in my own classroom. I can't be in my child's classroom. If you also work full-time, and then you're running home to try and bake 400 cookies because you need to have them in for the Night of 1,000 Stars, or, you know, the children's author meet and greet, or whatever else, don't kill yourself. Parenting is not a competition. Being a mom is a lifelong job. It's not something that you do because you get all these accolades for it. Parenting is done mostly out of the public eye. So you could be a fantastic mom, you know, when you're at your child's school and be baking cookies and looking all great, and be a terrible mom at home because you're so exhausted from baking all those cookies. Do what you can. And that means, I'm talking about everywhere. At the church, if you volunteer for a local organization, if you're volunteering at your kid's school, if you're volunteering for something like Special Olympics. We've done all of those things. Our family is very involved in the Special Olympics. I volunteer at my church. We've done volunteering at the library. There's lots of things when we have the time. And I used to feel really guilty because I have good friends who are very, very active members in our PTO. And they do a great job, and the PTO is awesome because of them. And they've brought a lot of good things to the school. And I think that's great, and I think that's important. And if that's what they are doing because they find it fulfilling, then more power to them. That's not what I find fulfilling. And I'm not going to feel guilty for not doing it. Okay, maybe I'll feel a little guilty because, you know, Irish Catholic, that's kind of like one of the tenets of our belief system. But I don't want you to feel guilty. What I want for you is to do what you can do when you can do it, and let it go. Just let it go. Do what you can do and move on. It's not a competition. You're not going to win. You're not going to get any grand prize. Don't be a martyr. That goes all the way back to the beginning. Don't be a martyr. Don't make yourself crazy. Parenting is hard enough as it is. So take what you can get, do what you can, give back, and take back. You have to do both. And the mom fail of the week. Actually, this goes back to last week. So I have 3 daughters. The 12-year-old daughter is incredibly embarrassed that I'm doing this. So for those of you who know youngest daughter, if you see this, I want you to let her know how much you enjoy it, even if you're lying, because she is so totally embarrassed by this. I think it's great. I regularly embarrass my children. It's part of life. It builds character. So, daughter number 3 was watching this. If you notice that there was one dislike, that was her. And she mentioned, and she really, really did not want me to bring her into this at all. And I happened to mention her name right on the vlog thing. And she saw that her name was mentioned. And it was a great big to-do in the Cody household. She said, Mom, now they're going to know who you are. They're going to know who I am. What if one of my friends sees this? You're so embarrassing. Yes, I am. So, in some ways, that is a mom fail. In other ways, I consider it kind of a proud moment for me. Now, if you've watched this and we've edited out the cat playing behind me and you see me really distracted, you'll know why. But if you would be so kind as to, at the end of this video, if you actually made it all the way through, to please like the video and please comment on the video. And if there happens to be an ad there, click it. Click it like 10 times. Now, just click the ads. That would be helpful. That would be very, very nice. I really appreciate if you share this, especially if you find it amusing, or even if you don't. Hey, it's free. It's a couple clicks. You can do that. And I'm going on vacation, so we may or may not have a Imperfect Mom number 3 on location in Vermont somewhere. We'll see how that works out. We're staying in an itty bitty teeny tiny cabin, and I don't know what access I'll have to, I don't know, hair care products. So it might be a really ugly Imperfect Mom. We'll have to see how it goes. And anyway, have a fantastic 4th of July. If you see a veteran or an active service person, thank them for their service, because without them, the independence that our forefathers won, we wouldn't still have. Have a great long weekend. Be safe. If you're in Connecticut, I saw a lot of police officers on 84. Watch yourself. And take care. Bye-bye. Even if it's 2 minutes. Caitlin, I'm videotaping. Can you answer the phone?
Yeah, it's Kirby.
Okay, tell her I'll call her back.
Well, now I missed the call.
Well, maybe you should have answered it then.
And cut to the cat.